From the home of the Bills since 1973, we are at Highmark Stadium, just south of downtown Buffalo. Today, week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Ready! Hurt! Right there!
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Open receiver here, complete, it's Parker. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 33 yards that time.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Barkley, inside handoff. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The Bills at 4-6 now on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's a 2nd and 7. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
60 Eagle! Go!
Back to throw now on 1st down. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. Yeah, boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle's going to leave him about a yard or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good, and the Bills' opening drive yields 3. But that was a long, sustained opening drive, but in the end, only able to get 3, the field goal out of it.
And absolutely, you'll take the points and the early leads. You never get those back. But there will be a little bit of disappointment that they didn't punch it in for 6 after that kind of yardage and that kind of drive that they had.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
Let's go now. Ready.
The drive starts with a run by White. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Touchdown, Bills. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
On the set.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
On the ready.
Here's second and 10. They'll try the right side here with White. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
I liked his focus there, because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. You look at this Buffalo defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today, because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This ball complete to Trey Palmer. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
2nd and 9 now. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Malone. So the completion good for just 3. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. He'll drop to throw. That is caught. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. $10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Warrior 70.
They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd and goal at the Bills' 1-yard line.
Okay, break.
White is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, shot.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw here. He'll buy some time right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now a 2nd and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Ready.
He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Yeah, Sanders now to return. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Got it. Ready?
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Hut, hut.
On play action, they'll throw. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And a Buccaneer.
Here we go. Here we go. Set up.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Go.
Back to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Ed Oliver that time, the one to get in there and bring him down.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Check out.
Going right side is White. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rashad White with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
13. Bills 10.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with a slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Ready.
A handoff, Barkley running left. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll look to throw here. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Go street.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Ready.
They'll look to throw. No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Looking to throw. To Barkley on the check down. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Rattler, 18 Rattler. Go.
They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now Sanders. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
Buffalo 18.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Here we go.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready?
He'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Ready, ready.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Trap 60, trap 60. Ready.
Now back to throw. He sets to fire deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were? And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here.
And this is where play action can be so effective. Your running game's been the driving force on this possession, so as a defense, you start shifting your focus towards stopping the run. But if an offensive coordinator sees that, he can take advantage, and they get good yardage there.
First down, here's White. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. On the left side, a catch by White. Just a gain of a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Trey Palmer. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out. Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the 3rd and then carry that over to the 4th.
I like that. Recalibrate. Strong.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. A handoff to Barkley. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 59 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. His career rushing numbers just continue to rise with that last carry. He surpasses 12,280 yards and also surpasses Marshall Faulk. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And that will tighten this one up a bit now. A one-score game at 20-13. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away. Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush, because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll set up a throw. This is White on the screen. Finding room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
You want to see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset? This is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on 3rd down.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And shedding through the tackle. And a nice spin into some open field. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 35. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he holds it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Trey Palmer, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and the lead now up to 14.
27, Bills 13.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
On the double.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. 52 yards. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. He's going to let it go again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Just because you got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
19 Lions. Ready.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
And a Buccaneer first down.
Get it! Rig alert! Rig alert! Ready, ready?
Now a give up the middle. This is White. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Buccaneers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
34. Bills 20.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, ready?
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Get up.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Inside the 20. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
2 yards the loss, second and 12. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Here we go.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said,
and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in.
And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Ready?
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Ready?
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Ready, break!
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Bust through the tackle. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Here's 1st and 10.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Okay, ready?
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Go!
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Ready? Ready?
Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Buccaneers, their playoff chances take an uptick as